Hi, my name's Butch. I was told that you just need some information on some services and caskets that we offer.
Yes.
Here, let me get you one of these. This is our general price list and also our casket price list. You'll see a lot of different things on here, numbers and all that. Let me explain a little bit of that to you. It's an itemized list of all the services that we offer, along with the merchandise that we offer, each itemized. But you'll also see some packages on here that if you choose one of those packages, they're kind of like an all-inclusive. One of the advantages of the caskets is that we offer some discounts if you choose that method. I'll go over some of those with you later on. Right now, let me give you this. And before we go back, we need to make a couple of decisions at this time. One of them being an outer container or vault, and a casket. Before we go back, I'd like to kind of tell you what to expect. In this room, there'll be a few full-size caskets on display. We have a wall with several examples of all the caskets that we offer and all the different options that come with those. If you're ready, we'll go back here. Now, I know that it might be a little overwhelming at times, so we're not in any type of a hurry or anything. If you need to take a break, that's fine. Just whatever's best for you. If you would, come this way. Now first, we'll come to, these are our outer containers. We offer two different styles and types, one a sealing, one a non-sealing. The differences in them, like an example in this concrete one right here, a sealing one. The advantage of a sealing one is it keeps the outer elements out, along with all the other attributes that they all offer. That's the primary thing about a sealing one, is it protects your loved one and the casket inside. We also offer a non-sealing, and this is an example of that. The difference in that is it does not seal, it does not keep any of the elements out, but it does, its primary function is to keep the weight of the earth off of the casket, to protect the casket in that way. You know, a lot of times nowadays they use a lot of heavy equipment when they're digging the graves at cemeteries, and sometimes when the backhoes are traveling over to the site, they pass over some of the graves and it leaves ruts and it makes it sink. That's what this prevents. It prevents that sinking and it protects the casket inside. Now, I don't know what cemetery that you're choosing. Some cemeteries require an outer container, some don't, but we'll go over that a little bit more here in a little bit. If you'll follow me down this way. Down here, you'll see this is our least expensive casket that we offer. It's a 20 gauge non-protecting casket. And what I mean by non-protecting casket is when the lid is closed, it's just metal on metal. There's no type of seal or gasket or anything to protect the casket, the interior of the casket, or the contents from any of the elements outside. Now, along this wall, you'll see a lot of different examples of the caskets that we offer, and that's from steel to stainless steel, copper, and bronze. And let me show you a few of those. Now, in any of the caskets that we offer, you can pull out the drawer that's either above or below it, and they'll give you an example of a full-size casket of this choice. It'll also show you the interior of this casket. Now, some of the caskets you have different options on, as in color. If it has a folder here beside it, you can open up the folder and it'll give you examples of different styles and colors of that particular casket. Now, as I was saying a while ago, if you open up the drawer, it not only shows you a full-size example of this casket, but it also shows you the interior that is comes with that particular choice. Like as this one right here, you'll see it's kind of a shiny, silky, it's crepe. Let me show you an example of another one down here. For an example on this selection right here, you'll see it, and it comes in a velvet. If you'll feel it, it's real soft, and it's cloth, it's velvet, and again, it shows you a full-size example of that casket. Now, as I was saying a while ago, these are all steel, 18 to 20 gauge steel. That just means the thickness of the steel. The lower the number, the thicker the steel. We also offer a stainless model, and it's more of a rust protectant. It doesn't totally exclude rust, but it's a lot better protectant than the steel. We also offer a bronze and a copper. Now, on those bronze and coppers, they're rust resistant. They will protect the contents of the casket. Now, as I was saying, on all these other caskets that are displayed here, these are all protected caskets. I'll give you an example of that here in a minute. We also have some examples of some of our wooden caskets, hardwood and softwood. This is a very good example of the hardwood. It's an oak. This is a very good example of the softwood. It's a pine. Now, one of the things that you'll notice on these is they're non-protectant. There is not a seal or a gasket around there. And the reason why that is it's just impossible to seal a wooden casket because over time, wood deteriorates. Now let me show you this over here, an example of this one. On this metal casket here, it is a protected casket. It does have a rubber sealant around the top of the casket, and when it's closed and secured, it protects the contents in the inside of the casket. That right there keeps all of the elements out of the casket. Now, on some of the caskets, they have the corners that come out, like that one over there. You can remove these corners and replace it with one that better fits your loved one. Something that your loved one had a hobby in, or something that they just love to do. Let me show you these over here. These are some examples of some of the corner pieces, like if they love to play golf, motorcycling, in the garden. This one right here, the Eagle, that's a very popular one that we have with some of our veterans that we have. Now, with all these different selections, and I know that's a lot of things that's coming at you at once, remember, there's not any hurry. Browse around, look, you'll see a bunch of different styles, colors, and if you have any questions, just feel free to ask me. I'm going to step outside the room and be right outside at that table. And if you have anything that you need to answer, just let me know. Thank you.